Welcome to our channel Aman Coach. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about programming fundamentals. Up to now, we discussed about features of Python, and one feature is left over. In upcoming videos, we will discuss about in detail functional and object oriented. In today's episode, we will continue with program fundamentals. In this video, we are learning about what is a program and its purpose. Next, types of literals or values, importance of identifiers or variables, and rules for identifiers or variables. So let's go with what is program and its purpose. So actually, a program is a collection of optimized instructions and it meant for performing some tasks. Means in order to perform any type of task, we want program is a collection of optimized instructions. Why I specified here optimized instructions means the instructions should be executed in less amount of time and the memory space for that instructions should be less. So that is the reason I mentioned here optimized instructions. The amount of time taken by the processor for executing the program is called time complexity. The amount of memory space taken OS for executing this program is called space complexity. By using the time complexity and space complexity, we can derive or define optimized instructions in order to perform a specific task. So optimized instructions must and should consist the time complexity and space complexity must be less. Types of literals or values. Literals or values both tells about same meaning. When a program executes, the end user types some input, right? That input is known as values. In our programming terminology, that values are also called as literals. So we have five types of literals when end user give input. They are, we have integer literals, float literals, string literals, Boolean literals, collection literals. So here integer literals means if end user enters 9, then it is an integer literal. If end user enters 9.9, then it is a float literal. An end user enters this type of data, then it comes under string literals. So if end user enters an input has true or false, true or false based input he enters means it comes under Boolean literals. Collection literals means in tuple list in these data types we uses the collections, right? Means we are asking the users to enter the list. So at that time the user enters like this, right? Collection of integer literals and so on. So this type of literals comes under the collection literals. So the next point is importance of identifiers or variables in Python programming. So see, in any programming you take the literals. Literals means values. What values? The end user entered values. So in any programming, literals or end user entered values must stored in the main memory. Main memory means RAM. By allocating sufficient amount of memory space with the help of the data types, the literal going to be stored in the main memory. In every programming, literals must stored in the main memory by allocating sufficient amount of memory space with the help of data types. By using data types, literals going to stored in the main memory. Data types will allocate the sufficient amount of memory space to that literal. Literal means input that entered by an end user. So we know that all type of literals are stored in the main memory by having memory space. This point only just now we discussed, right? So to process values which present in the memory space. So whatever the user enters that stores in the memory space, right? In order to process that values in the memory space, programmers must give a distinct names to created memory space. These distinct names make us to identify the values present in the memory space. Hence, it is called as identifiers. So see, you can understand this in an easy way. If a user entered value 10, so the data type is allocated the memory space to that value 10. So programmer must specify a distinct name to this memory space. So this is a memory space, right? For this memory space, programmer must define some distinct names. That name is known as an identifier. By using this name, we can identify the value, right? We can identify the input that entered by end user. Suppose for this memory space, the distinct name is yes. By using this S, we can identify this value 10. So, in order to identify a value in a memory space, we use some distinct name. That distinct name is known as an identifier. So, in next execution, the user or end user are not interested with this value. He want to store another value, example 20. So this 10 is updated as 20. So this value is changing, right? Varying. Identifier values are varying during program execution. Hence, identifiers are also called as a variables. So whenever user is not interested in this value, he want to use another value, then he is going to be changed, right? So it's all type of literals means values. Whatever the end user enters, all type of end user enters values that are stored in the form of variables in the main memory, and all variables are called as an objects because objects stores large amount of data. So here we have to understand what is identifier and next what is variable, what is objects. In Python, all variables are called as objects. This is an important point. Definition of variable. Variable is an identifier whose values changed during the program execution is known as a variable. That's it. So next, rules for using identifiers are variables. So don't confuse here. Identifiers are variables or objects. Both are same in Python programming language or if you take in any programming language. The variable name is a combination of alphabets, digits, and special symbol underscore only. The variable name, the distinct name should be in alphabets, digits, and special symbol underscore only. Apart from this, it won't allows. So the first letter of variable must starts either with an alphabet or with an underscore. So we will check this in practical. So I'm opening Python command prompt. So here I'm declaring a variable with a at the rate symbol. See, at the rate any alphabet, at the rate a is equals to 90. It throws an error, right? So variables have to start with an alphabet or a special symbol underscore only, not with an at the rate. So if we come to within the variable name, no special symbols are used except underscore. If see, okay, I entered an a is equals to 90, it allowed. So within the variable name, suppose variable name is Aman codes, right? See. So within the variable name, underscores are only allowed. So say if we take 89, enter, so it allows that only underscore, right? Here underscore is I mentioned. So if I mentioned here other symbol like and symbol, so it throws an error. See, no keywords are used to be a variable names. See here, print is a keyword, right? So see here, if is a keyword. I use if is equals to 90, it throws an error because if is an keyword. No keywords are used as a variable names. So how to know which are keywords and which are not keywords means we have a beautiful code for that. See this code, import keyword as k, next k dot kw list. So see, these many keywords are there in Python. So not only these keywords, we have soft keywords also. So k dot soft soft kw list. So see, these are the soft kw lists. In order to know how many keywords, so number of keywords, we have to use len of this k dot kw list plus len of k dot soft kw list. Soft kw list. See, we have total 39 keywords are there. So only if we want to know the main, there are 35 keywords are there. So mainly how many keywords are there in Python means 35, including soft 39. Variables in Python are cases and see in practical way is equals to 45. If I enter this, it has accepted. Capital AGE is equals to 90. So it is accepted. So capital A small ge is equals to 13. It is accepted. So small a, capital G, small a is equals to 90. It is accepted. Python variables are case sensitive. If we mention like this also, the Python variables are accepted. So these are the important rules in order to use identifiers or variables. So these are the main important four fundamentals. If you learn any type of language, these four types of fundamentals are important in any language. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.